as long as they can get Mancini and Mountcastle both on the roster, that's what's important. Yeah, so that's Mountcastle. Another prospect. Let's see. Diaz, Yusno Diaz, was actually brought up for spring training. Like, he had like 6 home runs in spring training, something crazy. He's definitely going to be part of the rebuild. A big part. We got him I think we got him in the Machado trade for the Dodgers. We did get him we did. But he's definitely going to be part of the rebuild. I don't know whether or not he's probably not going to be up this year, maybe the next few years. But his power is ridiculous. Like, I mean, every scouting report has him at like a A++ power. Kind of how Cespedes was when he first got into the league. That's who he reminds me of. Definitely like the same kind of swing. He might even have better power. He's a really good prospect for the Orioles. That was definitely a good pickup from the Machado trade from last year. So, yeah, those two are probably, out of the position players, the most important for the near future. So, let's see. So, yeah, Mountcastle and Diaz. And then another one, Austin Hayes, he's kind of struggling recently, but he did have a nice little stint with the Orioles a couple years ago. He was hitting pretty well. He got called up, hit pretty well, and then obviously for like September call-ups. So, you never know what can happen when somebody gets called up. It can get hot or whatnot. Yeah, those are probably the only ones that'll be quickest, the soonest that'll be up in majors. Yeah, he's got Diaz, definitely the most powerful out of that list that I gave you. So I'm really excited to see Diaz and Mountcastle. Okay, so some more top prospects that won't be up here soon, but they're definitely coming. DL Hall, he's doing really well. Last season he had like a 2.1 ERA and a lot of strikeouts. And A-ball really well. This year I think he moves up, or he might still be down there. Either way, really good pitcher for the future. Everybody knows about Grayson Rodriguez, last year's pick. He's tearing it up right now, like 6-0 for the Shorebirds. 1 ERA right now, which is ridiculous. He's doing really well. Yeah, so we know he's a good pitcher, but I don't think anybody really expected him to do that well right off the bat. So that's a plus. That's a really good thing for the Orioles. McKenna, who was doing well a couple years ago, kind of cooling off a little bit. Still a top prospect, though, just because of his speed, contact. Really good arm in center field, and good range. Could be like a good, like a bench hitter, if nothing else. Or pinch runner / late outfield sub or something. Another prospect, Dylan Tate, which he might be up here a lot sooner than later. Last year in AA really wasn't very good, but he kind of got better as the season ended. So Dylan Tate will probably be. We'll see him soon. Hopefully he's going to be good. Last kind of pitcher I'm going to talk about Keegan Aiken. Left-hander. He was I think he was a second rounder in 2016. He has been doing a lot better, like one of the best pitchers. Right now he's on the Tides. Last year in Double A he was decent. Good starter. Yeah, so he's got good velocity. And he's a lefty, which is, everybody wants a lefty. So yeah, those are kind of the pitchers. And then, let's see. So, I guess pretty much covered most of what I'm going to cover. If anybody has any questions, you can go ahead and put them in the chat. I still have a lot of questions to answer from you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start that. But yeah, so let's see. What is my thoughts on how biased the MLB is towards the Orioles? This is a question from Instagram. If you guys have any other questions, just go ahead and Instagram me at the Oriole Zone, DM me, or put them in the pull box on my story. Yeah, so I'll take all you guys' questions. Doesn't really matter. If it's not about the Orioles, just go ahead and give it to me. I'll answer it. Yeah, what's my thoughts on how biased MLB is towards Orioles? I think this is asking, why does MLB kind of ignore the Orioles a little bit? Or a lot, because they do. They ignore the Orioles a lot. And my answer is probably because MLB is at a point right now where, not a lot of people are watching. And it's I would watch the Orioles every day. I do watch the Orioles every night. So, but I'm an Orioles fan. MLB fans want to see home runs, They want to see a team that's like the Astros or the Yankees, or just power teams, exciting teams. So I think MLB is just kind of ignoring some of the worst teams, like the Marlins, Orioles, Reds. Reds are doing a little better, but they've always kind of ignored the Orioles, though. I don't really know why. I really don't understand that. I wish we would get a little more exposure to the main, I'm not sure why, but yes, they do. MLB definitely is, biased against the Orioles for some weird reason. I think maybe the person who runs the MLB social medias is probably a Yankees fan. That's all I got to say about that. Because I don't know why they would do that. But another question: how do I think Adley is going to do in the minors? And then how do I think he's going to do if he gets to the big leagues? I think he's going to do really well to start off with. I think he's going to do kind of average to start out with, and then he's going to pick it up in the second year, and eventually he's going to get to a point where he's doing so well that you got to call him up. And I like that he's a catcher too, because the Orioles have really struggled with catchers. The last time they had a solid, this is our catcher for the next however long, and I think that was Matt Wieters was the last actually, starting catcher for good. He's the catcher. We could go and know Matt Wieters was going to be the catcher. We don't really have a catcher right now. We haven't had one. And we've had a lot of catchers in the last 5 years since Matt Wieters left. Matt Wieters was he was really good. 2012, 2013 was probably his best years. Yeah, but hopefully Adley will be the next. I want to say Matt Wieters. I mean, it'd be good if he was, but hopefully he's gonna be better. But the next starting catcher for the Orioles, like permanently, for the future. Yeah, in the big leagues, I think Adley will do fine. I don't know if he's gonna be, the best catcher there ever was, but he's got that kind of potential, so let's just hope that that's what he will be, because that'd be amazing. Okay, another question. Why didn't we put Zach Britton in the 2016 wildcard game? Why didn't we put him in? I have no clue. If I knew that, I'd probably be the coach. I would have been the coach for the Orioles. Is that his question that nobody knows? Why would you take Ubaldo out? Or why would you put Ubaldo in a situation like that before you use Zach Britton? There's no right answer to that one. That's just stupidity. I mean, Showalter was a good coach, but that was ridiculous. Okay. And Ubaldo was not at his best during that season, or really during his time with the Orioles. He was better when he was on the Rockies and Indians, and he fell apart with the Orioles. Everybody knows that. But yeah, that was not a good decision. I don't know why they would just avoid Zach Britton in general in a Walker game. I don't understand. If I was coach, I probably would have put him in like the 8th inning. But that's just me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why they would do that. So that's my answer for that. How good do I think Caden Grenier will be? The Oregon State catcher we drafted last year. So yeah, we drafted Caden Grenier last year, 2nd round, from Oregon State. He was really good for Oregon State, shortstop. He's doing alright right now, but I don't think it really matters how he's doing now, because he's got he's got like 2 or 3 years to start doing really good. He's got a lot of time to build in the minors. Build up and grow. So I think he'll do fine. I don't know if he will ever, be a big part of the future. I'm not sure, but hopefully he will. Hopefully we'll see him in 4 years with Adley, and they'll both be on the same team again. Adley and Grenier starting. That'd be awesome. But yeah. Another question is, other than catcher, what are some positions we need to build around? So I kind of went over this already, but so yeah, we have Adley for catcher for the future. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong with that. So some other positions, I think we're good on first base, because we either have Mountcastle or Mancini for first base, because Mountcastle can play third, short, and first. Mancini can play first and right. Middle infield is something we need to work on. I know right now we have VR, Alberto, and Martin, which none of those players, I can't tell you right now if any of those players will be on the Orioles in the next 3 years. Probably. Maybe VR, and that's it. Depending on how Alberto does. He's doing alright. He started off really well, and he's kind of cooled down a little bit. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the middle infield. We need somebody to build around, because that's really important to have somebody in the infield that we know is going to be there for a while. Besides first base, like a middle infielder to lead the infield would be nice. And then we don't really have that ace pitcher for the future yet. I mean, we were hoping Bundy was going to be it, but obviously that's not how it's going to be. Hopefully Bundy can get it together and he can be like a third or fourth spot in the rotation for the future, and he can be a decent pitcher out of there. I know he's struggled, but Bundy's definitely gotten better. Definitely this year, last few starts. So if he can keep that up, he can definitely be part of the future. Definitely not the ace though. So we need one or two